Okay, guys. What country do I live in? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me, but what parallel universe ass world am I living in right now? Welcome for being here, guys. Thank you. Okay, we can hear me. You can hear me. Okay. Where the fuck am I? Where am I, guys? Where am I? Is this America? Hold on, guys. Hold on. There's someone messaging me. Okay. Sorry. I'm working. And I'm watching Karen read. And so let me get this straight. The jury signs the verdict form. And then they're going to hand it to the bailiff. And they go, no, wait. Once a verdict slip is signed by that foreperson, that's it. That's the ruling. That is the verdict. So have we just get Bev up here, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. Talk about you took too long to get here. Yeah, they did take too long. First of all, why are they so far away from the courthouse right now? Okay. Y'all are sitting here waiting for this verdict. You heard the questions the jury had yesterday. I heard the questions yesterday. That was around hour 12. Oh, they're saying it's in again? Good. We're in hour 12 yesterday. They asked about the DUI or OUI as they call it. Help me understand how that first verdict slip was not read. Foreperson has signed the verdict slip. Just as you took too long, they did take too long. If lunch was at noon, their time, this is all Eastern. If lunch was at noon Eastern, that means that the jury came up with that verdict between noon and 1. They did not get back to that courthouse until like 2:30. Why are you that far from the courthouse? I talked to Belen before I got on here. I said, Belen, if that was us, and Belen knows this, I'd be asking Karen Reed's parents to go get us food and bring it back. I'm not leaving the courthouse. We're waiting for our verdict. I don't care. If there's no cafe, our cafe in Dallas has a cafe. If there's no cafe, I can go buy some food. Then we will send someone. Oh, maybe we'll Uber Eats, a little DoorDash. Why are you what are you thinking, Alan? And on top of that, you don't trust Bev. Rightly so. Nobody trusts Bev. Why would you leave Bev alone that long? I am just mind boggled. Then, as Bev does, she says, I'm not going to read this verdict form. I'm just going to tuck it away. We'll never know what it says. Hello, another CG. Hello, Raven. Hello, Pink Goddess. Hello, Dotpot. Hey, Nene. Hi, Jiggy. Thank you. I know you guys are in the middle of your workday. I am too. I'm at my home office today. It's work from home on Wednesday. So we're waiting for this verdict. I am in pretty much just a state of shock behind what Bev just did. What? You took a signed verdict form and then just sealed it, never read it. Weird. I'm in shock that Karen and her team were that far from the courthouse. When you are awaiting a jury's verdict, you do not go far. Period. I feel weird going to the basement to get food, that cafe down there. That's not even too far. From the seventh floor to the basement cafe. Out to me, outside the courtroom doors, that's too far. You need to be close. I've had I've had two jury trials. One was in a JP court, so it doesn't count. That trial, it was short, so there was no, like, I just waited in the courtroom. The second trial, the jury left. It took them like 5 minutes, but they had to walk in the room and stuff. I barely went down the hall to go to the restroom. I'm like, oh, what if they come back? I don't want to make them wait. And now you're like an hour and a half away. Make that make sense from the Reed team. Like in my opinion, at this point, based on everything I've seen, that's been their biggest faux pas. But to me, that's a big faux pas when you have this judge you don't trust. All right, I'm going to cut out that side of the screen until we see the accordion. All right. Why would you leave Bev there alone? So, untrusting me, which is actually who I am. I'm not very trusting. I'm like, no. Bev said she didn't read the slip. Okay. I think she read it. And I think she said, no, go back. I don't know, guys. I don't fucking know. Okay, so yesterday, there were some questions that led me to assume, or I don't know the word. I can't think of the word right now. But basically, based off of these questions that were asked yesterday, I believe that the jury is really only deliberating over the DUI. Their questions had to do with, like, if you do the DUI, you get punished for the other ones, or the other ones go. I don't know, but the way they were worded, what the judge read out loud, I said, sounds like they're only focused on the DUI. They also asked about the video, the HBO interview that is evidence. So they were like, is that evidence and can we use it? And Bev said, yes. In the HBO documentary, she like completely admits to having, I don't know, what, like 9 shots, I think she said. I mean, it's like a lot of booze, okay? She was just like, oh, we had like 9 shots. Like in her personality, right? And so, okay, verdict is in. So I'm going to share the screen again. I think what we're going to see, this is Lauren's guess, okay? Also, I'm surprised they did it today. If I had been them, I would have had this verdict Friday morning so I could have the rest of the day off, but whatever. Okay, so my guess is we're going to see a guilty on the DUI, or OUI as they call it, which is operating under the influence. DUI is driving under the influence. And there is a distinction, I am sure, because like you can operate a 4-wheeler, but you don't necessarily drive it, right? So I do believe their law varies from ours here in Texas, but I don't do criminals. Don't be asking me about that. I only know like the Constitution. I don't do criminal defense. I do civil and mainly real estate if you're interested. Oh, by the way, you all already know it, my live audience. I'm Lauren Cadillac, OG Cadillac, Mother of the Decade. We're watching this Karen Reed verdict. This is the second Karen Reed verdict we've watched together. If you recall, the first time a mistrial was called. So this jury has deliberated for a few hours less than the last jury did. I think the last time we looked it up yesterday, I feel like it was like 30 hours, but I don't remember. All right, so this is exciting. This is very exciting. Now, if she's acquitted, well, if she's acquitted, she's good. There's no more hung, so we're good. Okay, so we're good. We're good. There's a verdict. We're good. Okay. Starting to panic there, guys. Oh, could she be tried again? No, she can't, guys. We're good. We're good. Hope everyone is having an excellent day today. Of course, this Karen Reed stuff has been like nice background noise while I work, for me at least, probably you guys too. And I don't like, how am I going to replace the background noise? We're gonna have to find some other terrible person on trial. I don't think Karen's a terrible person. I just think she should stop drinking. If that's anything you guys learn from me, it's like not drinking is good for you. Okay, guys, verdict's in. Where the hell is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is exciting. I am very excited. I am guessing. Anyone want to guess with me? Oh, can I do a little poll? Hold on. Start a poll. Here we go. I want to know what you guys think it's going to be before we start. Okay, here we go. I'm doing a poll. All right, answer this, y'all. Answer. I'm really interested in what you have to say. I'm really interested in what you guys think and then what the end result is. So, John, verdict's in. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I swear to goodness. Okay, so it is what 2:55 their time. So everyone's gonna get home a little early, maybe like 3 o'clock. Then a lot of them have tomorrow off. I don't, but a lot of them will have tomorrow off. Be able to nap away this nightmare. Like 31 days of listening to trial sounds exhausting to me. I had like that last jury trial I told you about. It only lasted. It was only like 4 or 6 hours. Like not that long. I went home and slept for like 3 hours afterwards. It was exhausting. Like Alan Jackson and Yannetti and Alessi, they are going to take the longest naps of their life after this. Trust me. Trust me, they are. And so even as Hank, because this shit is exhausting. It is so hard. You're putting on a show. You're literally putting on a production day in and day out. Day in and day out, you're putting on a production. All right, guys, I only got one vote. Vote on my poll, y'all. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you think is going to happen to her. I have some footage I released to members only, interviewing some Canton locals about their thoughts on the Karen Reed trial. And I have some footage, which I will release this afternoon to the public, about a video of more people from Canton that I interviewed about the Karen Reed trial when I went out there. My editor did a great job. It looks so good. I'm super excited. So please check those out. Make sure you hit like. If you're not already subscribed, please do that. I appreciate all of you that do that. It's really amazing. Like, it is so cool to me. And I appreciate you all very much. And actually, I've become friends with several of you. I gotta say, like, Nene and Tavana's not here, but like several of you have become my actual friends. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. This is a fun and interesting way to meet people and like develop relationships. So still no verdict. It's okay. It's going to come. It's going to come. Now, I'm a little concerned that if she's found guilty of the OUI, which is what I think will happen, okay? I got 4 votes on the poll. So far, you guys are 50-50, OUI and then not guilty on any. But if she gets charged with the OUI, I learned that in Massachusetts, the usual first-time offender has like probation. It's nothing. Like, it's not really a huge deal. It's a deal, but it's not the hugest deal. So my concern is that when it comes to sentencing, if she has a Bev, I feel like she might be sentenced to more than what a typical OUI would be sentenced to. And it's also messed up because if she found guilty of OUI, like that's the world's most expensive DUI case ever. Another thing I'm curious about is like, will they actually investigate what happened to John? Like when a not guilty comes through, are they going to actually go find out what happened? Will they go to that basement and use luminol and see if they find blood? Like, will they do the job they should have done from the jump? That's very interesting to me. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think they'll say, oh, it's a loss and just move on, which I think is crap. What do you guys think? Get in these comments, guys. Get in the comments. Let's talk about it.
You are unmuted.
I agree, John. Dumbest case ever. No, Jiggy, I think the prosecution from the feds is going to come after this verdict. I think they're waiting on this verdict. That is, I think, in my
The deliberating jurors remain standing. Defendant remains standing. All other parties may be seated.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that 12 deliberating jurors and 6 alternates are present?
Yes.
May I inquire?
Yes.
Mr. Foreman, members of the jury, have you agreed upon a verdict?
Yeah.
Thank you. May I see the papers? Mr. Foreman, have the verdicts that have been placed in this envelope and have they been in your presence ever since?
Let's do it today. Chairman heard admission that she was drunk.
Mr. Foreman, on docket number 2282CR117001, murder in the second degree, what say you? Is the defendant at the bar guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you? No. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do all of you agree? Yes. Thank you. 002, what say is the defendant at the bar not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
Is not guilty or guilty about that charge or any lesser included charge? Thank you. Specifically number 5, operating under the influence of liquor by operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or greater, correct?
Yes.
So say you, Mr. Foreman?
Guilty.
So say you all?
Yes.
003, what say is the defendant at the bar leaving the scene after accident resulting in death, the defendant not guilty or guilty?
Not guilty.
So say you, Mr. Foreman?
Yes.
So say you all?
Yes.
Jurors, hearken your verdict as the court records that you upon your oath say the defendant on 001 is not guilty, on 002 is guilty of operating under the influence of liquor, and 003 not guilty. Thank you.
All right, jurors, everybody please be seated. Jurors, we thank you for your service. We're
Wow.
going to send you back to services.
Well, that was the correct result. That was the correct result. Nettie, in her HBO video, she admitted to drinking like 9 or 10 shots. She said they'd been drinking all day. So her own testimony led to that guilt. Full stop. Oh, look at my little crush. And Nettie is crying. My little Bookie. I'm really thrilled. I'm irritated for Karen and all the money she had to spend to defend a fucking DUI. But this is the correct verdict. This is the correct verdict. And juries, they do, I tell you guys, they do.
Regarding the charges that you have been found not guilty will be sealed by the Commissioner of Probation by the court unless you notify the Commissioner of Probation in writing within 10 days that you do not want these records sealed. To request that these records not be sealed, you may use the Request Not to Seal form, which is posted on the trial court's website on mass.gov. I cannot accept the form here in court. You must submit it to the Commissioner of Probation at the address provided on the form. Please be aware that if the records regarding the charges which you have been found not guilty are sealed, you will be unable to access the sealed record of the not guilty dispositions or any other records regarding those charges. If you want copies of any documents regarding those charges before the records are sealed, you should request copies from the court within 10 days. Do you understand? Thank you.
All right, so we need a date for sentencing. Can we do it next week?
We would be prepared to go forward today.
Okay.
Perhaps we can approach sidebar briefly.
Okay.
Yeah, Unetti was crying. There's even more of a pookie in my eye now. She didn't kill John, guys. Like, that's not how he died. The jury saw that. We all saw that. Like, everyone could see that. And so if she hadn't have been on their dance, I told you, she was my client. I wouldn't let her
All
go.
right, so Ms. Giannetti, you ready to go forward today as well?
Oh, good.
Okay, Mr. Brennan, what's the Commonwealth's recommendation?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth moves for sentencing. We recommend probation, 1 year, 24D program.
So the standard that everybody else gets on a first-time OUI?
Certainly.
Okay.
We ask that she be treated no differently, no better. No
So I'm happy to do it. All right, thank you all.
1 year probation, 1 year probation on docket number 002, the lesser included offense of operating under the influence. 1 year probation. Thank you. The 24D program. Thank you.
Immediately.
Go ahead, Jill. Wow.
Goodbye.
Wow. Oh, I have chills all over my body, guys. But honestly, what about the years of her life? Like, she can't go now and sue the state for all the attorney's fees. Like, that's not an option to her. She's not going to get her time back. She's had a positive result, and this obviously has made her very popular. So I think like she'll be able to capitalize on that. But like, what the fuck? Like, our government doing this kind of shit is completely unacceptable. And if you guys aren't voting and like making that clear to the leadership, like we need to be. This is unacceptable. You do not press charges unless you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. It's a waste of everybody's money, everybody's time, fucking ruin people's lives. It just really pisses me off. No, Datpot, she is not. Her boyfriend was likely killed by his friends in that house, but we'll probably never know the truth because the state of Massachusetts decided to frame Karen Reed. So, what a great and exciting result. What a great day. Karen's going to sleep so good tonight. Oh, she'll definitely write a book. And she's about to do like a huge publicity round. I love that suit she's in, guys. It is so cute. Yeah. So Alan Jackson will get back to New York, or California. Alessi will get back to New York. And life will continue on. Unetti's going to make so much more money now. All these lawyers are going to make so much more money now. Alessi, even though he doesn't do that kind of work, like you can put that on the website. That bumps your hourly. I'm guessing at least $50 an hour, at least. Michael says the problem is no matter who you vote for, prosecutors tend to be ridiculously biased towards police. That is true. However, in most places in the United States, you vote for the district attorney. So you can make sure that the person you vote for cares about your money and time as much as you do. You can make sure that you vote for the DA that is going to prosecute cases that matter. Here in Dallas, we had a DA. Now, people weren't real happy that he said this publicly, but he said, look, I'm not going to prosecute petty theft. If it's under $1,000, I'm not going to prosecute. If someone steals a loaf of bread, I'm not prosecuting them. That is a waste of the government's time and money. We don't have time and money like that. We have gangs. We have all kinds of crap here in Dallas, right? And because he said it out loud, then that kind of gave a free-for-all for petty thieves. However, the policy itself, if left unsaid, is a good policy because really it's costing the government too much to enforce that kind of thing, right? Like, and there is a threshold. And $1,000 is that threshold, right? If it's going to cost the government more than $1,000, then it's not a good business plan. It's not a good business idea. So you can vote for DAs that are smarter and better. Datpipe, the first trial was last summer. This is the second trial. Oh, thank you, another CG. You're so sweet. Just boosting the girl's ego. Gosh, thank you. Okay, well, that was exciting. I had a lot of fun with that. I'm so happy for Karen. I'm so glad for everyone can move on. I feel for John's family, but they'll get over it. Maybe they'll find the real person. Doubt it, but you never know. I'll be interested now that she's been acquitted virtually, how the FBI proceeds, because I am under the ilk that they are waiting for the results of this case to proceed. So I would like to see the FBI proceed now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for the likes, subscribes. Thank you to my members. Go check out that new footage I put out. I'll put out that other interview later today. And then I will see you on Friday. Yeah, Friday at 10 a.m. Yes, I will see you all Friday. Have a great day. Don't work too hard. 3 hours left. I always wanted to seem like when I go to the ballot, it's around choose 3 people. Certainly, Michael, and that is the way of our system. But you got to choose the one that is closest aligned to you and that will waste the least of your money. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, Michael. Not just voting, but writing to those leaders, writing to the DA saying, hey, I am a citizen, I'm paying your salary, and I don't want money wasted this way. He gets enough of those letters, policies change. So I know the long lost art of writing letters, but that shit works. I guess you could email too. I don't know, but it does work if they get enough contact from enough people. You can start to see policy shift. So get out there and use your voice. Tell them what you want. That's how our government is supposed to operate. Although, as we saw today, it's all a complete shit show. So, thanks, guys. I will see you Friday.